Jason Wells here with MLM Complete Package. I want to discuss MLM mindset this week. And I'm going to do it by sharing a story about a downline member of mine because I think it shows a level of commitment that he has in his MLM business. And I think it's important to tell stories on mindset because sometimes this is something that's hard to communicate to people. I mean, I can give them bullet point things that successful people do, but sometimes it's hard to explain the commitment level just mentally and emotionally that goes into building a successful business, not just an MLM business, but any business. So the other day I got a message on Facebook from this downline's wife. I've never met her before. I haven't talked to her, but she took the time to let me know that he had been admitted to the hospital. By the way, everything's fine now. He's okay. But she just wanted to let me know that he had asked that she let us know that he was going to be out of touch until they completed all the treatment, and she was sure he'd be back to us when everything was done. Now, I often try to explain to people what it takes to make MLM happen. And I'll say you don't have to work it all day long, but consistency matters. The most important thing is that you're focused on it and you're thinking about it all the time and you're working the business and you're consistent. And sometimes that's just hard to explain the level of commitment and the mindset and what separates the big time success in MLM from it being an MLM hobby. And I guess my point to telling the story is if you put yourself in this person's shoes, they're getting admitted to the hospital through the emergency room. It's an emergency room situation, not life-threatening, but obviously I believe in understanding the situation. He was probably in pain, worrying about his health, whatever, and he's thinking about the business. And he's thinking, I'm not going to be in touch with Chris or Jason, but I better let him know that I'm not going to be in touch with him over the next few days. And so he has his wife let us know what's going on. Now, by no means is this necessary to prove to Chris and I that somebody's serious about their business. In fact, this is beyond the call of duty. This is well beyond what I would ever expect from somebody. If somebody's being admitted to the hospital and I don't hear from them for a week, once I hear about that later, I'm certainly going to be understanding of the situation. So I'm not trying to say that, when you have these extreme situations, you have to let your upline know what's going on or you have to be still thinking about the business. My point to telling you the story is, required or not, he was doing that. And that just shows me, not that I didn't already know this about this person from behavior that he's exhibited since he's joined our business in the past. The point is, clearly the business is important to him because in that situation, he's still thinking about it. And so I think if people even focused at 25% of the focus that this particular downline had, we'd have a lot more successful people in MLM because half the challenge of MLM is getting the right mindset and understanding the level of mental energy that goes into building a business, let alone an MLM business. So if you get that out of the way, all you have to worry about is the know-how and then putting in the time. And the know-how is taken care of by all the courses on our website. On MLM Complete Package, we pretty much have everything covered. In fact, I know we have everything covered, especially when you combine it from the individual training videos that we have free out there on YouTube and our podcast. The point is, the know-how is there. You just have to get the mindset. You have the know-how, and then you just have to be consistent in putting in the time. And so, anyways, I wanted to keep this video short because I don't need to rattle on and on about this other than to share the story. And I'm proud to have this person in my downline. I think it's great. I think Chris and I are lucky to have run across somebody like this. And don't get me wrong, we got a lot of great people in our team, people that are absolutely committed, People do things on a daily basis that show their level of commitment to the business. It's awesome. I just wanted to bring up this particular situation because it was fresh this week. I thought it was unique in the sense of, somebody being admitted in the hospital and yet still thinking about their business. I just think it's really cool, and it's a story I wanted to share to give you an idea of how your business should be, how it should be on your mind. It's the way I was when I was first building my MLM business. I think it's the reason why early on when I struggled, and anyone that's read the story on, if you go to the Complete Networker product page on our website, I tell a story about how I started out and how difficult it was in the beginning and why. I think the reason why I overcame all that and figured all this out was because of the mindset that I had. And so, sometimes it is more heart than talent. In fact, most of the time, I think it's really more effort than others. The people that make the money in this business are the people that outwork the other people. And it doesn't have to necessarily be hours in the week. It can be time spent on a consistent basis, a little bit every day, and staying consistent. So anyways, great story. Wanted to share it. I think it'll help you get some understanding of what it takes from an MLM mindset standpoint.